What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to A Certain Point of View here on a Thursday evening as we are here for another match here in the Schmoedown Teams Tournament. We got a fun one today. We got Press Room. We got the Old Guard. Brand new team in the Old Guard, Mr. Mark Riley and Alonzo Duralde, which is very, very exciting. And as you can see, I am joined by two fellow cohorts here on POV, one Brian Ablicino and one Jill Mansolino. Those go very well together, by the way. How's everybody doing?
Oh, thank you.
You
Glad we both have Italian last names.
Yes,
Hooray.
And you missed the blue memo, apparently.
I know, jeez.
I like to be different.
Come
I
on.
missed the hat memo, that's for sure. My hair.
This is also just the tank top I wore to bed last night, and I just haven't changed out of it. Because working from home is great.
I wish.
Wearing my Incredibles pajama pants. Got my robe.
The kids are on my last nerve this week. Oh my god. Last nerve.
But I have been buried in spreadsheets, so while I look comfortable, my eyes all day long are just like.
I remember that from when we did distance learning.
Shaky blue.
That's usual.
But he is right on one thing. Yeah, buddy.
I agree.
Okay.
Goodness.
Okay, so
Friday.
very, very fun match today. We have the return of Josh Horowitz and Perry Nemiroff for the Quirky Market first round of this tournament, and they are facing the brand new team up of the Old Guard here. A very fitting name for Mark Riley and Alonzo Duralde for the Den. If the Old Guard loses today, the Den is officially out of everything outside of Star Wars.
Everything?
Everything.
Holy.
So they will only have one remaining match the rest of the year, and that being Thomas Harper. Spectacular.
Holy ish.
So they really need it. Look, and I think Kate has even said it on a post interview. They're out of it. You know, they're out of the standings. There's no chance of them winning, but they can obviously shake some things up if they take some W's from some people. So that's essentially what they're looking to do. Also, we always love seeing a little Riley and Duralde in there. So before we get all that going, Brian, Press Room, Old Guard, what you thinking?
I mean, it's hard to pick a new team over a team that seems to be, well, the last couple of times we saw them, they started to click really well. So I think I'm going to go with Press Room on that one. I think Horowitz is going to definitely look better than he did at his last outing.
He and Perry are a little scary. They're a little scary together.
There's a reason why they call her Scary Perry.
Back into spooky season. So, Jill, are you in the same boat?
I think Press Room is going to take this one.
I hate children today. That's why.
I think Press Room will take this one, but I kind of want Old Guard to win it just because of the fact that they are the only ones left for the Den in anything. And like that's kind of sad. So
they've been out for a while. Their last, I guess Saul was their last competitor, and look how that went.
Saul, and then like and you know, so I just kind of feel bad for the Den right now, so maybe boost them up a little bit with a win. They do have a belt under their hands, but they don't get any tournament points. The most they can get with the belt points is what, like 9, 10.
So at Spectacular it's different.
If he defends, is it like 12?
I think it's like 11 or 12, yeah, which is a butt ton.
Which is a lot, but like,
but it won't put him in first. It won't put him.
That's that's it. If you know,
think about this though, the Mercs aren't in the best spot either. Star Wars done.
Who was their Star Wars?
Done.
Oh, Whiteley.
The Mercs, yeah.
Teams, if they lose, done. So they're relying on singles.
Yeah.
Who the Mercs?
If they were to lose today, they only got
loses.
Singles. So I mean,
yeah, but they still
their singles
Shazam can rack up a lot of points if they.
I know, but I mean, the singles tournament is not a given.
Well, that's for a lot of factions. I mean, we're making the argument for the Den. That's pretty much for like maybe 5 of 8 of the factions.
I mean,
that they're fighting for their lives with like maybe 2 players left on their team. You know,
you have 4 factions left in Star Wars. You have all teams except for who did Deception beat? Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank.
They beat
Chaos Theory. The Stars.
Chaos Theory. And then who did King Arthur beat?
King Arthur beat
They
beat Primetime Time.
Yeah, they beat Primetime.
Oh yeah, Swag. So I mean, there's still a good chunk of mix all over the place.
Well, and what we're kind of getting at is that the Den, the Stars, and Swag are the 3 factions that are pretty much just like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, Swag still has like Paul and Lon inside the actual tournament, and we'll find out what happens with Lon tomorrow because he and Dan's match drops tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So, yeah, I mean, it's look, we're getting down to the end of the season, so we're going to be seeing factions that are nowhere to be found until we see them at Spectacular, possibly. But yeah, I'm in the same.
Literally see them.
Yes, I'm in the same boat. I think Press Room is very talented, especially with the way Josh has been playing. I think he and Perry are very fun together. And I'm a Merc Shill, so I gotta love that.
We know.
Merc Shill picks against them every now and then.
And well, fantasy sometimes overrides that. But Jeff Nichols, glad you weren't there live, but it was a blast. And yeah, she's just a snake. She's a little snake.
I am.
Did you just say glad you weren't there live?
No, did I say that? I meant sorry you weren't there live.
I was like, wait a minute.
Glad you didn't watch.
Sorry, Jeff. I meant to say sorry you weren't there live. Not bad.
It's one of those days.
It took me a second, and I was like, wait, that's not the right saying. Isn't it supposed to be so?
There's a reason I'm on the bottom today, Jeff. There's a reason I'm on the bottom. No, that was a lot of fun yesterday.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
But before we get going, we do have a little announcement to make. And I will let Miss Julian Marie do that.
Oh, yes. So we are having our monthly episode of Happy Hour. It is gonna be changed, schedule changing. It's not on a Saturday like we normally do, because y'all, it's spooky season, and if you know Molly and I, it is our month where we thrive, and we can find.
Molly's literally hunting ghosts right now.
Molly's literally on a ghost tour in a
joke.
cemetery right
You
now.
messaged said it's gonna be late. We're at a graveyard hunting ghosts. I'm like, okay.
She's literally in a ghost, like a cemetery ghost tour right now. So it's Saturdays this month are kind of out the window for us because we're doing a bunch of ish.
But this one's gonna be fun. This is a perfectly planned one.
This will be fun. So our next episode of Happy Hour will be this coming Friday, and not at 5:00. We are pushing it back to like 6:15 because there is that pay-per-view that's dropping. The Amaru versus Kalinowski match is dropping.
It might be a little later because that's actually a doubleheader match.
It might be a little bit later. So
the
basically,
second it ends.
Yes.
Whenever that pay-per-view is over, jump to our channel because we will be doing Happy Hour. And our guests, we have had them on our short list for quite some time. And I'm very glad that we are finally able to have these lovely ladies. You know them, you love them. They are part of the Fan League 4. We are having Christy V and Peggy Gubbins up in his house for our episode of Happy Hour. We'll probably dress up. We'll probably be cute. I don't think I'm going to do my actual Halloween costume because it might be a little too much and too distracting, but I'll throw probably one of my cosplays on because I have a box of them that I need to go through that probably don't fit me anymore, but that's okay. We're going to go through it. So set your calendars, set your clocks.
October 21st, so a week from tomorrow.
October 21st. So it is a week from tomorrow. As soon as that pay-per-view is over, hop onto the Certain Point of View channel and come party with us. You can either drink and be sad about whoever lost or drink and be merry about whoever won. So
yeah, it'll be a Family Friday because Amaru is playing.
And Amaru's playing.
And then Christy and Peggy will be with us that night. So it'll be a nice.
And Jacoby.
Is Jacoby's match that day?
No, Jacoby's done.
I was waiting for Jake to.
No, Jacoby's done for the season.
I know.
He's
I know.
He gone. Like, he gone. I mean,
anyway,
there's no plan for him.
It's gonna be fun.
Yes.
Okay, Con. Listen, Mr. The King, sir.
Jesus.
Sir.
Well,
Mr. The King.
He'll be on after when he loses, I guess.
Yeah. We'll have the Rager on when he takes an L from the Alvarez. So. Anyway, we're here from some Schmoedown, everybody. We have press room. We have the old guard. Let's get to it. One baby carrots is back on the desk, and he's joined by his fellow youngin, Mr. PJ Campbell.
Thank you for saying that.
I knew he was going to be sitting. Once PJ's
the
there, he sits.
The many highlights of that movie, I should say. Well, one of the highlights is how we got
Christian's
here today.
not here. I don't need to
the press room
stand
of the
up.
Old Guard came to be. For more on that, check this
I
out.
do appreciate that he still wears a tie, though.
Hey, Alonzo, so good to have you here. Oh man, finally we can get together with Kate.
Yes.
And talk about our strategy, man.
Absolutely.
Nice bedspread.
Excited.
I'm really excited now. I think we have a lot to approve. Oh, there she is.
Oh, hey.
That bright orange
Kate.
robe.
Oh, I missed you, boy.
What? I don't expect anything less out of Kate other than the bright orange robe.
I love her so much.
I love Mama Kate. She's a peach.
If the Duralde Riley team happens, the whole
That
league is like,
mustache.
oh, Duralde, Riley, it's not even the A team there, right? It's Preston and Goddard. I think if that team happens, I think that team could win a championship.
It's October.
Wow.
And yeah, you're getting your first match as a team, but I would say you're going to get your first, bunch of matches because we're not stopping after round one here, are we?
Choo-choo.
I'm always ready to play. I'm always wanting to play and have fun. That's the key here, fun.
We knew that Alonzo was probably going to be there at 8 and 9. He might not be a guy that studies, but does he really need to be?
You and I.
Does he
have
really
a lot
need
of
to be?
mileage, I guess, behind us.
Grammar.
We're not called the old
He
guard.
doesn't
for nothing.
studies, but does he really need
correct.
He doesn't play in the Star Wars division. It's just a singles.
You know what I mean, Kate?
I guess he plays
I'll
ID.
tell you what, you're a Honda.
The old guard. That's the most
Nice
intimidating thing
beard.
about them is the name. Once you're past the name, it's fine. It's going to be okay.
Now, the last time the press room played two gentlemen that were old and guarded, it did not go our way. But that was Josh's first ever match. That was Perry's get back in the swing of things match. And since then, they've gone on to beat a very...
I've always wondered what the people
Perry is a
walking by
force.
Coy think
Josh
when he
is Mr.
does stuff
Perfect.
like
Right?
I am so proud because I just found these diamonds that I knew were diamonds. Not even
I can't wait for him to
Played
do that,
like
like filming a
Beyonce.
promo downtown and him just like stop and say,
We knew
hi.
each other from the start.
Yeah.
And
Inside the
we've
middle.
been
Right.
good from
Hi,
the start.
Coy.
Yeah, we had that first bump in the road, but since then, we've been talking a lot, we've been practicing, and we are clicking.
Josh Nemiroff and Perry Horowitz. I don't know. Listen, doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter.
I've heard of them. Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't.
matter.
I'm really excited for today's match. I got a lot of love for
Like
Mark
that door.
Riley. I got a lot of love for Alonzo Duralde. I do. But I got all the love in the world for Press Room.
Alonzo played great. Alonzo had a great game, and I think that's that type of game that Alonzo Duralde has.
You could
today
probably
should
make
scare
a
a lot
like
of people.
He almost
map of
beat Brendan
downtown
Ryan
LA
in his
just from
first singles
Coy's
match
video.
ever.
Yeah.
And he beat our A team last year in Tom and Paul, making their 5-pointer look like a 1-pointer with Whitney Seibold.
We never
Oh my
saw
God,
Whitney once
he's
this
13.
season.
Yeah.
Two slices of Swiss cheese that if you put them together, it's just a whole piece of cheese.
Yeah, it was nice in the beginning to be
I like
unknown and to have no expectations, and maybe there's a little more pressure now. That's okay.
Today, the Press Room's the underdog, and we're about to run this team's tourney, and that guy is very excited for us, too.
He's,
On the count of 3, we're gonna
he's
say
over by the cantina. He's over on Vine.
News Doom
Trying to figure out where he is.
instead of newsroom. Okay. I
News
think it's actually
Doom.
press room, but I can't even be bothered. So, 1, 2, 3, news Doom.
Cute.
It fits the old guard name.
I don't know how I feel about that name. It's kind of sad.
Jake, who wins tonight? The Giants or
Get
the
an added
Dodgers?
delight when it is the
Dodgers.
Den
Players.
going against the quirky Mercs because it's just so much
Players.
positive energy all the way around. The laughs and the bubbly energies of Kate Mulligan and Coy Jandra. You're going to be detecting a lot of those tones.
I mean,
today,
it
too,
has-
but once
it
we
just
get down to the
started.
It's
question,
0-0.
It is going to be
It's the top of the
all
first, or
business.
top of the.
I'm
bottom
excited
of
for
the
this
first
one,
inning,
PJ.
sorry.
How about you? You ready to get going?
As long as
Dude,
we're
I
not
am
losing.
so ready. Let's do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Jake hates anything
Intro-
San Francisco
Music
Chargers,
first.
so that's not going to happen.
Making their team debut.
Yeah, because they're all front runners.
It is
They
Mark,
hide when their team
Yodi,
loses and they come out of the
Riley,
woodwork when they win.
and Mr. Christmas
They're not
Alonzo
loyal. They're
Duralde.
fake.
The
I said it.
old guard.
Billy, I am super sorry about your manager, though. Dumb.
What's up,
happened?
guys?
Is
The Cardinals
flexing,
fired
and
their
they're
manager for
focused,
some
they're
stupid
ready
reason. I
to
don't
go, and we will see them
So
in
stupid.
just a minute. But first,
Oh, That was
Oh.
quick.
right.
Introducing their opponent
Not talking
with a
anime
record of 1 win,
was
1
strange.
loss. Representing the Quirky Mercs, it's Scary Perry Nemiroff and the Carpathian Josh Horowitz.
This might
It's
be a
the
dumb kid question. What's a
press
Carpathian?
room.
I have no muscles to flex.
I thought it was a religious
Are
thing.
you kidding me?
Little shy on.
I'm sure
Probably.
someone in the chat will say something.
Not shy when it comes to displaying their wealth of movie trivia knowledge. Let's get the teams face to face. All right, the teams are.
We are
set.
wasting
After
no
that,
time
ready
today
to
in
go
this
over first, the
match.
rules.
So there's the
I'm-
Carpathian Mountains.
Format, but round number
Oh.
1, an individual exercise.
I'm not mad
to
about the
trivia
whole
Schmoedown.
we're not going to
Know
talk to you
how.
before the
Patrick
match
or myself
thing.
We'll ask a question. Once we do, you have
Not
to
mad
actually,
about it.
I don't mind that
Write down your
either.
best attempt at an
Yeah.
answer. Whenever
'Cause,
I
like,
read it,
'cause
they
that's-
did the talking in the
do not rely
promo.
on the strength of your
Exactly,
opponent
that's what they
to
did
garner
when
an
it
answer
was
in
studio
round one.
matches. Like, they
Questions
didn't
for the
interview
point.
them
Once you guys
before the
write down your
match.
answer, please show it to the
Was the
camera.
villain
At
in
the same time, you verbalize your
Ghostbusters
attempt
2.
into the microphone.
You go the
There's no penalty
Carpathian.
for missing a question, and there is no stealing in round
But
one.
he's not a
Each
bad
team
guy.
has
Of course
3
he's not a bad
usages
guy.
of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. That's your repeat. I
Interesting.
think he was in Ghostbusters
Gordon,
2
you
for a
just
brief
became
cameo.
became
That
my
is the
favorite
JTE rule.
person.
We also each have one
I was going to
challenge
say,
that you guys
Gordon,
at any
I
point
don't
as a
disagree
team
with you.
I don't disagree
match
either,
will
but
bring
also
your
I want the
managers
Braves
to
to win.
liberate our heart's
I want the
content,
Dodgers
and
to
it will
win
ultimately be your
again.
manager that
I
confirms and
know.
ratifies if said
Go Braves.
challenge is
No,
taking
go
place. So
Braves.
we will start with the Carpathian.
Jake, you're not supposed to do that anymore.
It's a tomahawk, not Hitler. Okay.
No, I
It's
know.
a tomahawk.
I am
This
ready.
thing.
And Mr.
But are they
Harris,
still
Mr.
called? I thought
Lonzo
they weren't
for
called
all
the
day.
Braves
I'm bummed you're
anymore.
not announcing
No,
this,
that's
not because
the
I don't
That's
like
the
you,
Indians.
just
That's
because
the
we always have such a good time during the season.
They're the
If
Guardians
You're competing. Are you ready to get
Cool
going?
name.
Sure,
I like
why
that
not?
name.
And Scary.
It's a good
Perry
reason
is
with when they
trusty
give the
Louie by your
backstory.
side.
Because they
No,
have this
he's
big
not. He's on
statues,
the
the
other
big
post.
Guardian statues.
They're literally called the
Watching
Guardians.
from afar. And Mark Yodi Riley.
I'm ready, sir.
All right, let's get it on.
Let's get ready to Schmoedown.
And Billy, I agree with you.
Question number
Carissa,
one
he's not a
is- well,
heel,
far
he's
away
just
from
an
Dewey
ass.
is from Perry, but he's
Who,
from
me?
Clifford State.
No,
DJ,
Sean.
at
Oh,
your
okay.
ready.
All right. Question number 1
Oh.
comes to the
He didn't. He
realm
didn't
of new
pick the
releases.
saint though. He wanted to
Who
be the
plays the lead role
scoundrel.
of Hutch Manziel, who fails to defend himself and his family when thieves break into their suburban home in the film Nobody?
I'm taking a guess because it sounds like a movie
This
he would
sounds
be in.
familiar.
I did not, and I want to.
Am I thinking of the right
Just
one?
haven't done it yet.
That's fair.
On the list. 5, 4.
I don't think it's him, but it sounds like a film he would do.
Better call
One.
Saul.
I said Liam Neeson.
That Carpathian.
Cool.
I was thinking of damn it, I forgot of
Denis
Martin-
Quaid? Denis Quaid?
Dennis Quaid.
He also had it. We
There's
agree
two
with
ends
that
in
sentiment. Perry Nemiroff.
I wrote 2
Bob
ends.
Odenkirk.
And Yodi.
I can rewind.
Didn't get
You
it.
know that,
Sorry,
right?
guys.
No, you can't.
All right. Well, he's got an award named after him. He can wait until round 2. All right. We go to animated movies.
Ooh,
is
give
your
me
next
a
category.
maybe
The
a
question.
point.
Which
Probably not.
Oscar winner provides
Ow.
the voice of Eep, the daughter of the
Oh.
Crude family
I do know
in the
that.
film The Crude?
I don't know why she popped in my head, but she popped in my head.
I only
I
know
didn't see
the
this
dad.
It's a fun movie, actually, surprisingly.
Yeah,
I
I actually like the Crudes.
I've never seen any-
This is one of the ones
I haven't seen the second one, but I actually really enjoyed the
Look,
first.
Nicolas Cage in anything is always a delight.
4,
I have no idea.
3, 2.
Is it Emma Stone?
1.
It is
Hands
Emma
down. Let's
Stone.
go
Yeah.
to Mr. Chris.
Emma Stone does the Crudes.
I
Yeah.
hope that
It's
name
just her
isn't putting too
voice.
much
I mean,
pressure on you. Alana.
Still.
I've been called much worse.
Gary Perry.
What do you think she's too high for an animated?
Stone.
Yes.
They're
Not
both correct. How
well,
about you?
no, not an animated, but the Crudes. Yes.
He's on the board and the Carpathian.
It's DreamWorks. It's the second
Yeah.
highest
Point
box
ball game in
office
favor of the
animation,
press room early.
computer animated.
All right,
like,
and we move on to
behind
question number
Pixar.
3, which is in the
And
realm
I guess
of
Disney
dramas.
animation.
The opening sequence of The Godfather takes place on the day
Ooh, come
of what type
on.
of event.
You know, I actually.
Wait.
I've never seen this, and I know this.
Takes place on the day of what type of
Just to-
event?
Just to do it again.
That's fair.
I don't.
It's a pretty good movie as it turns out.
Once you see the answer, you're gonna be like,
I like all 3.
3,
Yeah.
I'm taking
2.
That's an event.
This, the day of my daughter's wedding.
I
Wedding.
went first on one of the other ones. A wedding?
You asked
On
me
this
this
the day
on
my
the day
daughter's
of my
wedding. That is
daughter's
correct. Mark Riley.
I didn't really understand the question.
Did Josh have a nuptial ceremony?
I think Con just said the same
And
thing you said,
Alonzo.
Jill.
Because that's
Johnny's
how
wedding.
I've never
That is
seen The Godfather, and
correct.
that's how I
Well,
know
got
it.
that one, and so we move on to the category of directors. And here we go. Who directed the following films? The Green Mile, The Majestic, and The Mist. And now I ask my partner in crime, PJ, to rank those movies.
I'm going The Green Mile, The Mist, and The Majestic, but The Majestic should probably be number 2 since Bruce Campbell's got a cameo in it.
4, 3. Do you
We
own
like
all these
Bruce
movies?
Campbell.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
1.
Frank
There's no
Darabont?
movie behind him.
Is that right?
Let's go
Don't ask
to
me.
Yodi first.
The Frank Darabont.
Yes.
That is correct. How about
Never
Horowitz?
heard of him.
Never in my life.
Frank Darabont.
Let's go.
It's just a whimsical ride.
Apparently,
Alonzo
Frank Darabont
Duralde.
had an
Frank
incredible
Darabont.
Indiana
And
Jones
Gary
script
Perry.
for
Very
Indiana
angry
Jones
that
4,
I did not write Frank Darabont.
but
And then they decided to
Steven
do the
Spielberg
nuke the
didn't write it.
fridge
Of course.
version.
and then they decided to do that
So
version.
here we
yeah.
go, and now we have ourselves a tie ball game.
So
It's
he stepped
7
off the
apiece, and we go
project,
back
so
to
his
the
movie was
Choices.
never made.
category that I think Perry is a fan.
I'm
That
pretty
would
sure
be
it was
horror
Darabont that
slash
had the
thriller.
really good idea. I'm pretty
Your
sure.
question:
Just trying to
what
get a
thriller
point tonight,
starring
for
Joel
God's
Edgerton
sakes.
and Rebecca Hall features the tagline "The
Oh,
past
this
will be
movie's
your present"?
crazy.
That's just a quirky tagline.
Is this a movie I need to add to my list?
It's not really a spooky movie, but it's really
Good
good.
applies
And
to
Chuck,
a
you're
lot
right.
of
He
movies.
was a part of The
I
Walking
know.
Dead. I forgot about that.
So I'm glad there's other hints in there.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Cool.
3,
Cool, 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 cool.
2,
The Gift.
1. Back to the top
Sure.
with the
It also stars Jason Bateman.
I believe it's The Gift.
It is The Gift.
Joel
That is
Edgerton
correct.
directed it.
Carpathian, still perfect. How about Alonzo Duralde?
I said The Visit.
I watched
Okay,
Alonzo. Texas
How about
Chainsaw
Perry?
Massacre today.
The Gift.
Which one?
He got it. Did
The
right.
original. For
Like
the
first
first time since I was
Alright,
like
so Horowitz still
7.
working on
What'd you think?
a perfect round.
It's good. It's really good. I like it a lot.
We
but
move
The
on.
only perfect round.
that girl screams
next
way
question.
too freaking
The
much.
category?
It's horror movies, of course.
I'm like, you're running away from him in the
Ah.
dark and you're screaming. Maybe if
I
you
mean,
shut up, he wouldn't find you.
Your question for a point.
actually
have a
I
better
didn't really
question
sell
about
it that time anyway. Which comedic actor appeared in the films Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Adventureland, and Superbad?
All right, Mark. Now it's your turn. Rank those movies. Throwing it back at you.
That was a hard serve.
I don't think this is right,
Oh,
but
man. Adventureland is last, but I like
I know this person's in
Me too.
Sarah Marshall and Superbad, but I don't know if he's in Adventure.
Grandpa is the best
I'll
at
go
killing. I said
Jonah
Jonah
Hill?
Sarah Marshall first, Superbad
That's
second. I
right.
feel bad about it. Pens down. Let's go to Alonzo.
Jason Segel?
Is incorrect.
If I get it wrong, so does Jake.
How about Perry? Did she have it?
Bill Hader?
You should make a happy face because
Damn.
you're correct.
Oh,
Oh.
Riley.
Okay, so I mean, yeah,
And
I went.
Horowitz.
I've never seen Adventureland, so I didn't know if Jonah
I
Hill was in
haven't
it.
either.
Oh, they both got it.
Speaking of Jonah Hill, you know what movie I watched the
It
other
is
day?
now
Moneyball.
11
Accepted.
to
Oh my
8.
God.
It's
Ask
the
me about
score.
my
Press room
winner.
leading by 3, PJ.
It's
And
so
we
good.
move on to
I
the
love
seventh
that
and
movie.
penultimate
It's
question of this
so
round.
good.
It's
Mark.
So good.
It's really
Rom-coms.
not that great, but like
What
Still, it is
1990
so
It's
rom-com
trash
co-stars
good.
Rachel Leigh Cook and Matthew
Oh my
Lillard?
God.
Oh my goodness.
They just remade this on
My,
Netflix with the TikTok
Beloved
star.
co-host on Rotten Tomatoes. is
Oh,
Jacqueline Coley. Big fan of Bill.
I think,
Yay.
right? Didn't they changed
Bill
the
Hader
gender
is
and made
one
it
of
on
the best things
Netflix?
to come out
Yeah,
of SNL
it's with the kid from
20 years.
Cobra Kai.
Kai.
2.
Yeah.
Thank
One
God I
can't
made it
disagree
out
with
of
that.
this round
Perry.
with a point.
She's all that.
She's all that.
Perry Nemiroff, feeling it now. How about Yodi?
Accepted
She's
would be
all
a
that.
great watch.
He got it. Did
Great
Horowitz.
watch.
it would be a good watch one.
Definitely all that. She's all that.
With
And
Bartleby.
Dr. Christmas.
That's where
She's
my
all that.
that's where my
I
Blake
made him a
Lively
doctor.
crush
I gave
started.
him a medical degree. In
I don't think
Or,
I've actually.
the fact that his name is
13-10,
freaking
so a 3-point
Bartleby.
ball game. We get
Yeah,
I don't think I've
Bartleby.
ever seen
This
that
question is to
movie
the
the whole way
field.
through.
Josh Horowitz hits.
Really?
He gets
The
it.
whole way through,
Category.
yeah. I've definitely seen a
The
chunk of it.
It's
And your
so
question.
It's cute.
You're
Norman
welcome,
Jewison
Narnia.
directed Sidney Poitier in this Best Picture-winning film, in which a black police officer is asked to investigate a murder in a racially hostile southern town.
I have no idea, but that sounds incredible.
That sounds really
One more
good.
point, but it could lead to an
Also,
additional
Get Out.
for the president.
Watch that for the
We'll
first
wait to find
time.
out.
This
What a
is great
treat.
match so far.
What a
Really
treat
enjoyed
that
it.
movie was.
I love the personalities.
Chuck's asking for a Josie and the Pussycats watch along.
2.
I'm not against that. Not against that.
And
I have
we'll start
nothing.
with you,
Blank board.
Mark
Throw
Eddie Riley.
Spice World up there, man. Let's go.
I'm double
Oh,
feature.
yeah, I mean, I don't think that's it.
Incorrect. For a perfect round, Josh Horowitz.
They call him Mr. Tibbs in the heat of the night.
He is
Nice.
perfect.
Wow.
And now we go to Alonzo Duralde.
Wow.
In the heat of the night.
He's perfect in my heart. And
Part of me
Perry
is starting to
Did not
wonder
get
if
that one.
Did not get that
He
one.
just
Okay,
in front
so
of the
we went
crowd.
2 for 4 on that final question.
Tim
Like he's-
Franco,
Josh
that
from
is
Carpathian Horowitz
wow.
is
I
the
never even
story
thought
for the
about
press
that.
room because he
Wow.
had a perfect round 1. Thus, he and
Wow.
he alone is asked a
Mind
bonus
blown.
question now.
Mind
Josh, PJ is going to be asking the question. It's just to you.
This
So
is
you
a
don't have to write
screaming.
down your attempted answer. You can simply
Oh, yeah, you're right.
say it whenever you feel comfortable within that 15-second
Shouldn't have said
time
it.
limit. PJ, at your
All
ready.
right.
We should do
Your bonus
oh,
question.
Sorry, question.
What comedic actor appears in the films Pitch Perfect, Jexy, and Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates?
Adam Devine.
Adam Devine.
Yes.
He didn't
We
even have
should
to think about it,
we
Mark.
should do a watch along with the where the options are Spice World, Josie and the Pussycats, and that one that Britney Spears was in, Crossroads. So we should do like the pop, like the not great pop movie choices.
You know what movie my mom watches like once a month? Just I don't understand is Burlesque with Christina
My friends were
Aguilera.
obsessed with that movie.
Once a month,
This is round
I
number
like.
2.
It's just like, Mom, you've seen this movie
Gem
900
and the Holograms.
times.
No, not Gem and the Holograms.
No,
That
no, I've
movie
heard
was-
that
I've
genre.
heard
From
such
Justin to Kelly.
For missing a question. However,
Yes.
stealing is
What?
available
From Justin
in
to
round
Justin to
number 2. So if
Kelly.
you're not sure of the
Yeah,
answer, you may want to
It
ask
Kelly
was
the
a
Clarkson.
movie-
choice.
It was
We'll
a
give you
movie
4
that came
options,
out
one of which
right
PJ
after
told me
season
is
1
the
of American
correct answer.
Idol,
At that point,
starring
the
Kelly
question
Clarkson
proceeds
and
to
Justin
1. JTE rules and challenges still in effect.
Justin
Let's go
Guadarini.
to the press room. Would you like to spin that wheel first or defer to your opponent?
Guari. He's
So,
the he's
Josh,
the
I know
little
we talked
Dr. Pepper
strategies
guy
for
now.
this,
Yeah.
But I feel like if I'm the one to answer
Like,
that question, I'm going
which
to be the
makes me
most
laugh.
indecisive person on the planet. So I think you need to answer.
My gut is we've got the lead. We like this wheel.
I'm all about
Let's
this
go
whole
first.
Josie and the
Let's put the
Pussycats
pressure on.
watch along
I
thing.
like the
though.
confidence
And
of that
Spice
choice.
World.
Let's
I'm
do
down.
All right, they're going to think really hard and give that wheel a spin.
Oh, hi, Koi.
Course here?
Round and round it
No,
goes.
like in the picture.
Oh, I was like,
We
it
love
would be
most
fitting
of
for him to
love.
chill up.
They don't love
No!
her as choice, but we
Give
all
me
love
young
Frances
adult
McDormand. Do we
adaptations
love
like
her enough
crush
to take
that
her
category.
as a wheel slice featuring questions?
Jennifer Lopez.
60 seconds to decide.
Jennifer.
I think I lean more towards how you feel about this, Josh. I might be like a semi-decent backup, but I'm not super confident.
I think it's right in the middle towards the upper, and in order to avoid just 1 or 2 that we're not so into, I think we'll do well. I think we'll do well enough.
So let's
I
do
always
it.
say 70% or up. Go with it. If
See,
there's stuff we
he's
hate
like-
more than this, if it's in our upper half of
He's
the wheel,
like
I'd say
kind of
trust
one
your
of
gut.
the celebrity
think we'll
gets,
do
I
well.
guess, because
Okay.
he does a lot of
I like
celebrity
it.
interviews. But
Let's
like,
do it.
dude, like,
Okay, so
Knows
they have
what he's
decided to
doing.
keep the Frances
Absolutely.
McDormand
You know?
slice.
He's totally
This may be
invested in
the
this
first,
team.
maybe
Yeah,
one of the
like,
first
he's
times
having
we've
a
had
good
this
time.
McDormand
Yeah.
slice. Grace
He also
Lopez is
strikes
here
me as
in
someone,
round
though,
number
that
2,
doesn't
6
half-ass
questions
stuff.
from her illustrious
Like,
body
if he's
of
gonna
work.
do it, he's
And
gonna
If he's-
do it.
then he's all in.
Well,
Confirmation
his
the old guard is in
his
the other
interviews,
stream.
they
They
went
will not hear
viral
or
years
see
ago
any
for
of
the Happy Sad
pleasantries that
Confused
we will be
interview.
exchanging
You would do the
during these
faces
6
of all the
questions.
celebrities.
So 2
I
points
saw
for
the
his
one-
multiple
Those were his
was
interviews.
DJ?
was his the one who
I
went
do.
viral when he
All right, your
called
first question
Keanu
in the realm
Reeves,
of Frances
like,
McDormand. In what
like
film
Bill
does
or
Frances
Ted,
McDormand
but
say
the one
the
that
line,
like he
"We
wasn't?
got a shooting.
Like, Keanu was
Folks
like,
drive by. There's a
Yeah.
high-speed pursuit. Ends
3
here, and then
billboards
this
over
execution
Ebbing,
strategy."
Missouri.
You know it?
Yeah, it's Fargo.
Okay.
No.
Fargo.
That's what I was going to guess. but I'm not
Fargo.
super confident in
I
myself.
forgot she
I'm
was
just
in
gonna-
there.
I'm gonna answer that every
Yep,
time.
no,
because
it's her
that's the only movie
describing
I know.
Oh my God,
Three
Billy, we should do a
billboards.
Biodome and
All
Encino
right,
Man
Gizzo's
double
getting to
kick.
the countdown.
Biodome.
Correct for 2 points.
And Encino Man.
All right, question number 2. Which Oscar-winning actor stars opposite Frances McDormand as an NYPD detective named Vincent
Russell
LaMarca
Crowe.
in the 2002 film
believe
City
you.
by the Sea?
I don't think
Oh.
that's right.
I don't
But I
know
don't
that one,
believe
Josh.
It's okay. It's Robert De Niro.
Oh, damn.
Final answer.
I love that she goes, I
That
don't
is
know
the
this one.
final
You go,
answer.
It's okay. It's
And it's a
Robert De Niro.
correct one for
Yeah.
2 more
Fine, I
points.
got it.
They are
I
cooking
got it.
early.
We're solid. We're golden.
All right, your third question in the world of Frances McDormand. Frances appears in what film in the Transformers?
The
Oh.
third one.
Darker than the Moon.
Do you remember which one it is?
Is it?
Darker Moon.
Oh, you're right.
It's
You're
Darker
right.
Moon.
She's that
Ugh.
stupid.
It's
Yeah.
definitely Darker
Give me a
Moon.
headache. All right, roll with it.
Yeah,
Damn it.
Transformers
She's the
Darker
government
Moon,
agent.
Final answer.
Yep.
Are you sure you want this public knowledge, Josh?
I am.
You-
I'm not ashamed that I know that because
is
I actually
correct for
really,
2
really love Darker than the Moon.
All
Hey,
right,
you
so
want-
Ashamed.
Haven't seen
they
the
may be a
Seagulls
little ashamed, but
Transformer
they
film,
also
and
are
I don't
perfect
really want to
halfway
change
through
that.
round
no
number
interest.
2. So
I would
what are we
maybe
looking
see
at for the fourth
Bumblebee.
question?
Bumblebee's good.
The first
Francis
Transformers
McDormand
and Bumblebee are
lives
really
in
good.
what U.S. state at the beginning?
Kansas.
Of the film Nomad.
Arizona.
Nevada. It's Nevada.
Oh,
State with a desert.
I'm gonna need multiple on that. I don't.
Yes,
oh,
it is
man,
with the
I
desert, but
don't
it's
know.
snowing in the movie.
I might need multiple.
It
just 'cause
snows
I've
in
seen Florida with
Arizona
confidence before.
sometimes.
Multiple choice.
It's Nevada.
All right.
It
Is
snowed
A,
in
Nevada,
here. It snowed in Southern
B,
California
Arizona,
like last year.
C,
Oh, look, see,
Utah,
Arizona's
or
there.
D, New
Suck it.
Mexico?
It's probably wrong.
I feel like I
It is
lean
wrong
towards
because it's Nevada.
Nevada. Everything else feels too south, also, given what it looks like.
I'll be honest, I don't know. So don't worry about it. But if that's where you're leaning,
All right.
we might as well do it.
Nevada, final answer.
Sometimes you just got to go with your gut, PJ. That is correct for a big multiple choice point. It avoids a steal opportunity potentially for the old guard when they come back. And so now they still have answered every question correctly. They just need a multiple choice. And so we go to their fifth question, better known as their what?
It'll be the penultimate question of their round number 2. Love that word. Frances McDormand and what other actress received Oscar nominations for their performances in the film North
Meryl
Country?
Streep.
Charlize. Yeah. Charlize Theron.
Ah.
Oh, Jake didn't know a Charlize Theron movie?
They are correct. And so that's
She's my
another
favorite.
2 points for their score.
You say that about like
Speaking of
7
old guard.
Final
Speaking of
question
old guard.
in the
You
category
say
of Frances
she's
McDormand.
my favorite to like 19 different actresses.
All right, and your final question.
Just like
Frances McDormand was the voice of a character
Alicia
called Mama
Vikander.
in what Pixar film?
Mama? Mama.
In a dinosaur? Because that's the only one I've not seen. And
Mama?
I'm gonna say the good dinosaur.
Yeah, multiple
Are you
choice.
saying, wait, Jill, are you saying the good
Is it
dinosaur or
A?
I'm
dinosaur?
saying the
Inside
good
Out.
dinosaur.
B,
Oh!
Coco. C,
It
The
has
Good
to be
Dinosaur,
The
or
Good
It has to
Dinosaur
be.
3.
Because I've never
I
seen
feel like
it.
it might be Good Dinosaur. I feel like that's why I don't remember.
Yeah,
Really?
it has to be.
Yeah. That one totally
You
doesn't
have,
register.
you have no idea otherwise?
Doesn't.
All right, well, I'm
ring
going
a
to
Well,
go
we
with
clearly
my
know
gut
you
and
didn't
say
know
the,
Pixar,
the
so don't
Good
have-
Dinosaur,
yeah.
and then final answer.
Yeah, it's not a bad movie. It's just people overlook it because the other Pixar movies. That's correct for a point. And
Look at that,
they
Jill,
checked
without
the
even
multiple choice
knowing
a couple
it.
times. Perry Nemiroff
Yeah, because I'm like, the only one I haven't seen because
loving
I
the Transformers franchise.
Me-
Great combination of knowledge.
Yeah, me
that we
too.
just witnessed there.
Gotta
PJ,
be that
and it
one.
added up to a boatload of points. 10 in
It's
total
literally
for
the
them
only one I haven't
in
seen.
this round 2. So we'll
To be
say
fair, I
goodbye
haven't
to them
seen
on
it.
screen,
I
but
haven't
we want
seen
you to
Cars
hang
2 or
out
Cars
until
3.
your
If I'm not
opponents
mistaken,
select the
don't they
wheel
get
slice.
high
Great
in The
job
Good
for the
Dinosaur?
press.
They also do in
Yeah.
Dumbo. Well, they get drunk in Dumbo.
You guys, it was
Right.
actually,
I think
it was
they
actually
got high on
easier.
Good
That was, it was easier than I thought it was
Could
going
be
to
wrong.
be. Remember, we were like, I don't know.
Spinning that wheel, and he has landed right in
1980s.
the middle, and so that
Where's
is
that
going to
board?
pivot over to the 19.
Nah, it goes to the right.
But it doesn't look like
Okay.
it's right on the line.
Alonzo,
Anyway.
Yeah, yeah. We kind of feel like this is a waterfront we can cover from either end. So yeah.
let's do this. Yeah.
They're taking
Darn.
a decade of the
I wanted
80s.
YA.
By the way, you still have all 3 JTEs, and
Right.
you can check down if you need to. Don't let me say we have to go perfect. Scary.
I'm kind of
It's a
wanting,
good thing
if
to
it's
strive
on
for,
streaming,
right?
to
Yeah.
watch The
Let's do it.
Conjuring
More
tonight.
coaching.
The
All
con-
right, Old Guard
No,
has
that's
one of our
selected
watch
the
along movies, right?
1980s. Their
Yeah, that's
opponents
one
did
of our
not give
watch along
them
options.
any steal opportunities, and we'll see how
Well,
they
we just
fare
spoiled
in this
something.
category.
The poll
Remember,
was
2
not made,
points
but whatever.
apiece multiple you need the aid of
Yeah, so don't
multiple
watch
choice
it
for all
now.
6
Okay.
questions.
That's why I've been holding out on
And we
watching
kick
it.
off with question 1. In the 1980s,
We're not saying you guys have to choose
which
it, but it's
actor
one of the
plays
options.
talented computer engineer?
Jeff Bridges.
in the film
Oh, and
Tron?
Tron? Is that Kurt Russell?
That's
Jeff Bridges.
Oh, Jeff Bridges, the
In
other
Tron.
one.
Jeff Bridges.
Don't come after me on
Finally.
Tron.
Not Tron
All right,
Legacy.
they both seem
Let's
angry
go.
with me that
He plays
it
the
was
same
Jeff
character in
Bridges,
Tron Legacy.
PJ. That is correct for
I know,
2
but
points.
she was
You should
thinking
be happy because you
Kurt
got
Russell's
Kurt
not
Russell.
in Tron Legacy.
Kurt Russell's not
And
in.
I don't-
move
I
on
don't
to
know
your
what's
next
going on.
question
Stop.
in the category of the 1980s, and that is in the film The Lost
Got him.
Boys, what is the name of the coastal town that is infested
Oh.
with vampires?
It's not Santa Cruz, is it?
Santa Barbara.
I think it's a fake town.
I believe it's Santa Clara.
Oh,
isn't it?
maybe not.
It's either Santa something or Costa something. Santa Clara's not real though, right? Because it is a fiction.
Not real. It's filmed in Santa Cruz.
That's not true. Santa Clara's in the Bay
What's up,
Area.
Yeah, Santa Clara is a real city.
Santa
We're gonna
Clara's
use
a
the
real.
JTE rule here. In The Lost Boys, what is the name?
Hey, our
of the coastal
upcoming
town
happy
that is
hour guest
infested
is in the
with
chat.
vampires?
Hey, Peggy.
Hi, Peggy.
Santa Clara seems like it would be that's giving me that seems familiar.
I would have no idea because I think it's a fake town.
If you feel comfortable committing to it, then we do, or we can
Santa
go
Cruz
away.
pops in.
It's
Let's take the swing.
Okay.
Santa Clara, final answer.
Santa Clara, final answer is incorrect.
Womp.
So that is going to be a steal opportunity for the press room, but plenty more questions in the category of the 1980s. And here is the next one. Which actor stars as Carlton Whitfield, who comes up with a shortcut to rise up to the corporate ranks?
Charlie Sheen.
1987's The Secret of
I was
My
thinking
Success.
Michael Sheen.
Michael J. Fox.
Michael
right?
J. Fox.
Oh,
Michael
I
J.
had a
Fox,
mild
final
heart
answer.
attack.
One of his better roles of all time. That is correct for 2 points, and they're back on the answering train
No,
after
the
3
drink will never
questions.
be
They have 4
Malort.
points so
Never.
far in
Wow.
this
It will
round.
never be
And your
Malort.
next question.
Maybe Frank's on.
No,
Who
no,
plays
no,
the villainous
no.
Dick Jones?
Oh,
Oh,
here's
was
good.
it Red Foreman?
1987's
Oh my God, what's his
RoboCop.
name? What's his?
It's Ronnie Cox, right?
Ah, yeah.
Riley?
Yeah, Ronnie Cox.
Ronnie
Greg
Cox,
Foreman.
final answer.
I think. Could be wrong.
2 more points.
He's in that movie.
All right, and their penultimate question in the category of the 1980s. Here it is. Which Star Wars actor plays the butler Arthur in the film
Oh my
Dirty
God.
Rotten Scoundrels?
Oh wait, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
I believe that's Ian McDonald.
James Earl. Oh.
The Emperor.
Oh, right.
Oh, is it the Emperor?
I don't remember
Apparently
there being
it's
a
Ian
butler in that
McDermott,
movie, so
yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
4,
If you feel
3.
committed to it.
Oh, he played.
Two.
He played
Garmin,
Clarence.
final
Billy. Thank you.
You
Kurt
got it just in the
Smith
nick
is
of time,
his
and
name.
now I got to go back and watch that movie again
Oh,
because I had
Boddicker
no
was in
idea
there,
that
yeah.
was
Thank
the
you,
case.
thank you.
That's a fun nugget to unearth. That is correct, by the way, for 2 more points.
I didn't know
Mark
Ian
Riley
McDermott was in other
nailing
movies.
that one, and so they're
Yeah.
having a pretty good round.
I don't think
two
I've ever
themselves.
seen him
There
in
is a
anything
steal
else but Star Wars.
opportunity out there waiting for the press room to capitalize on it. But before we get to that, one final question remains for the old guard in round 2. Categories of 1980s. Here's your question. Richard Franklin directed what 1983 horror sequel that included Vera Miles and
Nightmare on Elm
Robert
Street.
Loggia?
Dream.
That's
Friday
Psycho 2.
or
13
whatever.
Part 7.
Psycho 2.
Psycho
Psycho,
2.
Psycho
I
2,
have no
final
idea.
answer.
Wait a long
There was a
time to get
second
that sequel
Psycho.
cranked out, but
Why?
it is correct nonetheless.
They make
Why
sequels
was there a
to everything.
second
Points,
Psycho?
and
They
that
make sequels
is
and
the
everything.
press room
Why?
doing a sterling job. Well,
They
that's
need a
the old guard,
sequel.
but now the press room is going to have a steal opportunity. And so currently it's a 25-21 ball game in favor of press room.
It's a good game.
The old guard, they're
a
hanging
good game.
around.
Yeah.
Let's see if press room can
Although
pick up that
press
steal
room can
in
grab
just a
those
second.
too.
All right, the press room is back from the green.
Oh,
room.
that's right,
you're
there's
right.
a
I
steal.
forgot there was a
Themselves
steal. You're
with
right.
one
There were
steal
4
opportunity,
psychos?
courtesy of the
Damn.
old guard. The category.
What do they
is
think they are?
1980s,
Friday the
and
13th?
your question
What's the remake?
is,
Holy.
in the film.
Okay,
The
I
Lost
knew
Boys,
about the remake,
what is
the
the
Vince
name of the
Vaughn
coastal
remake. I knew
town
about
that
that
is
one.
infested with vampires? Your opponents guessed Santa Clara.
Is it Santa Cruz?
That's what I was going to say.
Okay, so let's go for it.
Santa Cruz.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty. I'm pretty
Yeah, that
sure
was
it's
what I was going
Santa
to say. Let's
Cruz.
do it. Santa Cruz.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Kind of a trick question. I don't feel bad about it. Santa Carla. It's a
Oh,
Santa
that's
Far off. It was shot in Santa Cruz.
That's what.
Oh,
it's
shot in
filmed
Santa
in
Cruz.
Santa
I
Cruz,
knew it was
which is
Santa
probably
Cruz.
why it was
Just gonna
recognizable.
have to be happy with the fact
yeah.
that you currently still have a 4-point lead as we head into round 3. All right, so we're entering round 3, and literally none of the competitors are particularly thrilled with PJ or myself at the moment. Santa Carla, Santa Clara, filmed in Santa Cruz. They were all so darn close, but as it stands, it's a 4-point ball game. Press room is currently leading old guard, but as we know in round 3, anything
does
can
it
happen
again.
because 10
PJ, you
total
little
points are
sneaky
available
MOF.
at the taking for each team if they can answer a series of questions correctly. This is the team format.
The baseball
so here's
game's
how it
definitely
works.
going
There's
because
a
the guy
2-point,
that lives
3-point, and
underneath me is a
5-point question.
clearly
Once we tell the
diehard
team
Giants
what the
fan and
category for
just
the 2-pointer
screams
is, the team must
the whole
decide
game.
which member
Yeah,
is
I'm
going to
watching.
answer
But
that
if you see
question
me looking, I'm
solo.
looking at the Giants.
You may
or the
not rely
baseball
on your
game right
teammates'
here.
strength to answer the
Literally,
2-pointer. The opposite
anything
team will
happens.
then attempt to answer the 3-pointer
Anything.
again.
Start
Solo.
screaming.
The only question you must
Yawn.
approach your
That's
teammate for
yawn.
is the
That's a little
5-point
aggressive. Yawn.
question.
Wow.
Now,
Wow.
you may be asking yourself, well, Mark,
Wow.
how do we get to these questions? You give us a series
Just
of numbers.
kidding.
Each team's going to give us 3 numbers that range from 1
I think he's still in
to
New
20.
York.
Each numeral corresponds
I think
to a
he is
unique
because
category
he's
of
posting like every other
Schmoedown
second he takes a
mystery.
step. So
Yeah.
So, because the press room enjoys a
And rightfully
4-point
so.
advantage of the
I'm
ball,
just
they
glad I
have
got
the luxury
1
of giving
point out
us
of
their
this
lucky
match.
numbers.
God
I got
sake.
4.
you only have
Josh,
1 point.
Barry, from 1 to
Yes.
20, what
This
3
game-
numbers
this one's
feel
hard.
destined?
It's
Josh, you
all
know what I'm
movies I
thinking. I'm
haven't
going with a
seen.
number 3.
Yes, you are.
Well, that's like
I will go
90%
with
of film,
9.
right?
This is also true, but
How do we feel
still.
about going in the middle with a 6?
Look at Thrawn. He looks bad. Like
3, 9, and 6 it is in that order. And now we go to the old guard. What numbers feel lucky that are not 3, 9, or 6?
Riley, how do you feel about 12, 7, and 19?
I love them very much.
Great.
12, 7, and
Great
19.
numbers.
I love that.
PJ first answering questions is going to be the one that finds himself trailing by 4, and that is the old guard. They have a 2.
I don't know, man. If there was a place with a bunch of vampires roaming around, I'd be like,
category 12.
let's go.
So what category?
You would willingly
That would
want to
be
be
in the
bitten?
realm of
yes.
comedies.
What?
It's far too serious.
I'd want to be a vampire. I don't want to die. We've talked about my fear of death. Give me that immortality,
and
yo.
Mr. Christmas.
Bruh,
Who
that is.
Yeah, but
would
you
like
can't
to
go
be
out in the
pointer
day.
in the category.
Yeah.
I don't go out in the day anyway.
I'm good with comedies, and it's a 2-pointer. I feel like you're a little bit
don't
more on your game,
now.
Alonzo, after my
That's something
first
else.
round. So I might want to take
I
this
think Molly
tour.
would join you
Have
because
at it,
she
sir.
doesn't like sunlight
All right.
either.
Yeah.
100%
All right,
she
I'm
would
prone
join.
to
There was no
skin
question
cancer.
about
Fielding this
Molly. No
question
question about
solo.
Molly.
Yeah, no.
PJ, to cut the lead in.
I would
half,
if I get to
what's his question?
sparkle.
Which
Oh,
actor
God.
stars as the character Nick Campbell?
Owen
opposite Vince
Wilson.
Vaughn
Yeah.
in the 2013 comedy
My
The
brain's
Internship.
out of
I
this.
secretly love this movie. I think the internship
It's a good
is
movie.
so good.
It's cute.
Owen Wilson. Final answer.
Just like that, they're back at the ball game now, and here is where we stand. It's a correct answer, and so now the old guard can
Even
take
if I
the
didn't
lead
sparkle
over
when
the
I went
press
outside,
room
even
if
if
they
I
hit
like
their
melted and died,
three-pointer.
I'd still want to be
That's
a
gonna be
vampire.
Alonzo
Like I
Duralde fielding
I
that
don't go in
one
the
solo.
sun
He selected
anyway. I don't
category
care.
But then he died.
7, or his
Just put it
team
on. Just
did,
wear an
and so now
umbrella.
he has to answer a
Wear a
question
big
in the
hat.
category of what or
Fine.
whom.
I can't believe
We
this
are in
conversation is happening.
we are in the realm of Leonardo DiCaprio
I cannot believe.
Oh,
for
what a
3
realm to be in.
points
All right.
and to regain the lead. DiCaprio starred in both The Great Gatsby and The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh,
in the same year.
2013.
Damn
What
it.
year was
It's
it?
13.
Is it 13?
It's 13.
I was gonna guess way earlier than that, so I believe you.
Because I remember where I was when I watched these movies. I wasn't.
I saw
home.
Great Gatsby.
I love the Great
2014?
Nope.
Final answer.
Bummer. Bummer.
Incorrect. We're
Wah.
looking for 2013, just a year
Wah.
off with that release.
Yay!
So now,
I've got
PJ,
4 now.
there's good news and there's bad news for
I
the
also have
old guard.
4.
Bad news is they find
Yay.
themselves back up to their last question. The good news is it's worth 5 points. So if they hit it, not only does it avoid a TKO, but it's going to put some pressure on the press room to conjure some correct answers.
Billy, I don't even do
They
that.
selected
I was
their
way
final
older than you.
category.
I
They
was a
went deep. They
junior
went all
in
the way down to
college.
19.
Screw
What
you.
category
I
is
was-
now
I
facing
turned
them?
21
A
in
category where they
2013.
may
I was out of
confer with each other
high
on
school
this
for
question.
6 years at that point.
We are in category of
Well, it's not my
remakes
fault you're old.
and reboots.
Remakes and reboots.
Nice.
Cool.
Just saying.
All right, and we do have 2 JTE rules remaining for the old guard.
All right. For
Jake,
5 points.
you wanna know what's funny?
And once again, to try and take the
You're
lead.
not. Your distraction is not going to
Who
help.
plays Lila
I know, I
Crane,
wasn't gonna-
Marion's concerned sister, in
I
1998?
in 1998 Psycho.
Oh.
Anne Heche, right?
I was going to say
Didn't she play
in
the first? She played the
a week,
Oh, no,
in,
it's Julianne
in 10
Moore. You're
minutes,
right. Anne
we'll
Heche-
be sitting
Anne Heche
down to
plays,
watch Dune.
Julianne Moore.
Julianne
No, we
Moore.
won't.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
The movie's not
Julianne Moore.
2045.
Final answer.
They had 2 JTE rules. They didn't want to use them. And they
Wow,
didn't have
okay,
to.
we
They
got ourselves
tossed
a
that
ball
one
game.
out, and that is correct for 5 big points. And so now a TKO is avoided, and it is the old guard that has the lead over the press room, 28-25. Points are being scored in this match, kids watching at home. And now it's the press room who has to step
That
up.
felt like
to
an
the
easy
plate.
pull
They
for
find themselves
them, that
trailing by
5-pointer.
3. There is a 3.
But Riley knows his worth,
available,
so.
but they could hit this 2-pointer.
8:45 was the earliest
could
showing.
give them
It was the only
win.
showing.
Multiple combinations to get a W here.
Isn't
for
the
press
movie
room,
like
but it
2.5
all starts with
hours?
them answering a question. And so now I'll
gonna
be
be a
answering
late
those
one.
questions.
Late
The press room
bedtime.
selected
And maybe I'll just
category
take next
3
Friday off.
for their 2-pointer, and that's going to correspond to the world of action adventure movies. So between Perry and Josh, Scary Perry and the Carpathian, who would like to field your 2-pointer in the world of action adventure?
I don't feel super confident in this over other things, but I do feel more confident in you getting a 3-pointer just in case I miss the 2, so it's even.
That seems fine. Yeah, you got this.
Perry
Okay.
never
Got
gives
it.
herself
Take it.
credit,
I'll
man.
take it.
No.
You got it.
Never.
All right, Perry, you're going to be fielding this question solo. The category's action
Oh,
adventure.
give me
The point
something I
value is
like.
2. You can cut the lead of the old guard to 1 if you hit this. And your question. What film features
Mad Max
characters
Fury
named
Road!
Jesus
Furiosa
Christ,
and
the question
Immortal
wasn't even
Joe?
up yet.
It wasn't even up yet.
Mad Max.
God.
I saw
Fury
Furiosa. That's all I needed.
Perry
Good
tips the
Lord.
2-pointer
When
in,
he
and
does
now
that, it makes me
Josh
think he watches them before. Because
No.
it's like, no, I
Come
know.
on.
You don't need to
I'm
keep
not
doing
saying
that.
you
The
do,
match
but it's just
outright
like
with his solo
incredible how
question.
fast
Josh, you
my
still
I
brain-
get
was like, the
category
question
number
wasn't
9,
even
and
there.
it corresponds
my
to
brain
the
is
world
still like
of
trying to process.
To be fair,
thing
I
coming up.
do the same with Disney questions, so I get it. I get
and
it.
your 3-pointer for the win. Which actor appears in the thrillers A Time to Kill,
The
Phone Booth,
Flatliners?
and 1990s Flatliners?
I don't know. Does he?
Kiefer Sutherland. Final answer.
And your winners! The Carpathians.
That was close.
Josh
Came down to
Horowitz
the almost the
and
wire.
Barry Nemiroff, the
Well, because they hit their
Press
5.
Room. They have taken it. Santa Clara, Santa Cruz, it doesn't matter. They
Santa Clara,
ended up
Santa
getting
Cruz, there's
the
vampires.
W, and
We
look
want to
at
get
the-
bit.
Look at the
At least I do.
Boy, look at the exasperation. Look at the actual physical media that clearly has to get
Narnia,
off it,
it's
because that's a
A
movie
Time to Kill
everybody
is
should see
the
and study thoroughly. We'll let the
Matthew
press room chill back
McConaughey,
in the
Sandra
green room.
Bullock
DJ, I gotta tell you,
courtroom
you know,
drama
sometimes you
where
see
Samuel
where
L. Jackson
a
was
match
on
is
trial
going,
for
at least you think
murder
you do. That one could
in
have
like
been any number
the
of
South
ways.
in the
That
80s or
3-pointer by
something.
Josh Horowitz.
Incredible
that's the
film.
stuff that you say,
Really,
okay,
really,
this
really
match
good
is going
movie.
one of two
Like
ways. There's about to be a
Kiefer
whole lot of
Sutherland
pressure
plays a
if he doesn't hit this one. He came up clutch. And that's
essentially
something that we're
a
getting
racist
used
in
to
the film,
seeing
if I remember
Horowitz
correctly.
and Nemiroff do
What
together.
kind of a name is
And
Kiefer?
like, we shouldn't sleep on Perry. Those 2 multiple choices that they
The
went to
family
round 2,
name.
she was
Drug
the one who
dealer
got them there,
name.
man. Like, they play so well together. Their knowledge is incredible. It's just impressive to watch them play.
I like PJ at the desk.
It's fun. It's fun because
Rachel, it's okay. I'll be disqualified because apparently I
Give it up
cheat.
for the old
so.
guard. Look, it's
Oh,
we
shut
know that
up.
Alonso
I'm
is
saying
such a
that
smart
you're
guy.
so
They've got
fast,
great
it's
people.
hard to
Oh, yeah,
comprehend
stretch
that
the
you
imagination,
can
but
do it
the
other than
force that
saying
hangs
it.
forth in front of the world.
If anything, I was giving you a compliment.
You
The
read
great
quickly.
Jilly Marie is going
Cry, little sister.
This
Just keep singing. I
biatch.
mean, I can just sit here and listen to you sing. That's fine.
Blind boy, don't lie.
Well, Coy, you played the saxophone in that movie, as I
I
recall. right?
lost a little weight.
It's a betrayal.
It was just hard to maintain. But the
I
audio
don't
line
say
still do on
anything.
weekends.
I'm so done.
Well,
I'm just so done.
I can tell you from now on when I'm doing things.
No.
Josh.
We don't
No.
want to know.
You all
No.
are forced to be reckoned with right now. That was an amazing match you both played. What are your thoughts after gaining that win for the Quirky Marks?
Some big fat
We
BS.
played as a
is what it
team.
is.
We did this more than ever. I
You're like,
think
I'll
we
go really close. I'll also have to be good.
complimented each other. We said it earlier. It was just said. Perry,
Jill, you got to
around,
interview a
really
professional
missed that
interviewer.
because of our combined knowledge.
2 of them.
You should have.
Great.
So
That's true.
the next time,
right?
Oh my God,
Con,
absolutely.
shut up.
Like,
The
it's
next time,
obviously
the next
no
time you
secret
do
that I've got
interview
a
him,
really
you should ask
strong
him for
competitor
his
as
happy
my
sad
partner, and it's
confused
very
face.
nice to lean on Josh. But we
Okay, I will.
Those are
You have
his,
to remind me.
his famous. He takes pictures with celebrities and they do happy sad confused. I think someone said in the chat too. He does a podcast that's called Happy Sad Confused.
And you can see it.
And then
exactly
ask him
what
if he
backstage.
wants to be on
You
our
can
show
see
one
the
time.
communication was on
Okay.
point.
Yeah,
You guys
same.
have been training together. And
I've actually
obviously
reached
your
out to him and
paid
Coy,
off.
but they never
You
responded to
all-
me. Coy, if you're watching this,
you
respond.
Wow, Coy.
So
Just
I
missed that steal
there's
opportunity, but
that
I
Godfather
did not miss the
question that was
entire
on
match.
earlier in the chat. I was like,
look, so far so
I
good.
probably shouldn't
what
say
can I say?
this movie,
yeah,
right?
look,
And
that
then
being
Coy
said,
went in the chat was like,
not gonna
Jill
lie, you can tell in my
realizes this
face,
is a
I didn't know
movie
this too.
trivia show, right? And I'm like, I asked the questions. I don't gotta answer them.
That helps make me
sir.
look perfect. So all credit to her.
Chuck, more than we can
Sorry, I
afford.
got it covered.
The team goes perfect, and might I
And
say,
then there
maybe
was
we change the
one.
name
Glad
to
Harper
there
will
was
represent the
one.
Dennis
Pressure
Spectacular. We ran
Room.
into a lot of
'Cause you
tough
guys,
breaks
once
this
you
season.
get
A lot.
inundated, you
I adore them all.
like,
We're
I
better
think
than
Perry
record
honestly
reflects.
plays
Trust.
better.
I
when
agree.
she's a
I
little
know
bit
you
more
guys are.
supportive
Not
of her end. And I think Josh sometimes needs to have the moment of like, oh, I need to adjust how I'm thinking of this, how I'm listening to this, how I'm doing this, because the knowledge is all there. But I think they're way better under pressure, which is good because
We're excited to see what happens next year,
players
Peggy.
in the league.
Mhm.
Because there's
Yeah.
only
So the
there's only
pressure's
so many
always on, but it's
slots
beautiful to see them just
available.
do this so beautifully.
It'll be interesting.
Like, that first match wasn't the press room. These
Jan, I'm
two
just
have-
gonna announce her going on is
And Koi, I remember talking
your
to
very
you a couple
own
months ago, and
Movie
you had
Trivia
mentioned
Schmoedown interviewer,
forming
Jillian
these two
Marie.
as
She's
a
no longer
team,
POV
and you were
Jillian
so
Marie. She's
excited
Movie
about
Trivia
it. How
Schmoedown
does it feel
interviewer.
seeing them
Jillian
get
Marie.
I mean, Harloff would introduce me as
Well, I mean, when I
POVs,
first
you know.
drafted these two, that was the
Still
idea
there.
in the
I don't
back of
hear
my
him
head, and that was the
plugging
hope
you,
that this would mesh
so-
up
He
really
plugged
good,
us in
and
the
then it was a matter
Damon
of-
match
I was
yesterday.
trusting in Josh's ability from like interviews. Like, it's very hard to know if someone's good at a sport when it's off of
This was a fun
contextual
interview to
knowledge.
do, though.
And then I know how well Perry plays, and I thought like the way Perry plays is great in team because sometimes she needs that little like knock. So I was like, if Josh is as strong as I think he's gonna
Yeah,
be,
Chuck,
plus
I'm just gonna
Perry
make the
coming in and
logo
pitch it,
just
that's
her
this team, and
avatar and
it's
leave the rest
exactly
of
what I
it.
talked about. Even in the
God,
first match
no.
when I said
It's just going to be a giant one with
it
us
feels
little
amazing.
three.
I've
Yeah.
been so happy to have these two this whole season. I'm so excited
no.
for our next match because there's a part of me that I kind of want to
Right,
see
Billy?
Press Room against Shazam because I'm
Right.
a glutton for punishment. Like, I
Right.
want to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Of course you are. Of course you
Blast.
are. Now, a press room. You are moving on in this team's tournament. You could either face Danger Zone, which is formed of two former singles champions in Ben Bateman and Dan Murrell, or the Untouchables with former singles champion Drew McWeeny and the rookie phenom Paige Forbetti.
Yeah, Billy, you're
Is
not
there a
wrong.
team you would rather see
not wrong.
going into round two? Because Perry, we saw you take
That'll
on
change
Ben
this year.
Bateman, and you took him
Better.
to sudden death.
Come for
I
it.
was
So-
gonna
Whore.
say, I feel like I scare Ben Bateman. So maybe we should go with his team. That makes the most sense, right?
I think a lot of people
Let's do
scare
that.
Ben Bateman after the Page match.
I like the head games already. I like that we're going to clip
Just
this out and we're going
saying.
to play it for them. That's going in the promo so they know what they're dealing with. And I also like the idea of just beginning our run through people that
I
have
mean,
beaten
Ben
us. That's
Bateman
how I
was
wanna
literally
play.
in
I
this
wanna
promo on the record
systematically
saying,
take on anyone
I
that's
could
beaten us.
see
If that
Mark
starts
Riley
Danger
and
Room, so
Alonzo
be it.
Duralde winning a championship.
Perfect.
And they just
Well,
got beat.
Congratulations.
Better be scared,
everyone.
bro.
Congratulations
And
on that win.
If
Can't
they,
wait to
that's
see you
of
go on
course
to round
if they
two of this
win,
tournament.
they have to get through that
Redemption.
match first.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not allowed to say that I like tricking the competitors. Oh, okay. Good to know. Thanks, Christian. Oh, are we back?
And we're back. What a delightful interview that was. That's PJ. I'm Mark. And, you know, PJ,
I did
I'm not
mean
sure what
team's
other
champ. I'm
conversations
being
you may have been
corrected
having,
now.
But they reiterated the
Fuck.
fact that they kind of want to see Ben Bateman again because Perry.
They
gave
were
him
all
such a good
former
scare when they met
champions
in
other than
singles.
Paige.
Danger Zone taking on the Untouchables. The winner
Crucify
of that is gonna
me.
be facing now. We know the press room is going to be a great matchup either way.
Look, man, either outcome is going to be very exciting, and I can't wait to see how it goes. But I kind of do want to see that rematch, you know, against Perry and Bateman because she really did give him a run for his money. She earned her
and
nickname that day.
You throw in how well Horowitz and Nemiroff are working together. It's
They're a really good
formidable
freaking team.
to
Horowitz
go up
and
against. I don't care
Perry.
who you are, or how many belts you had, or how many belts you think you should have had.
As long as they don't
Press
get
room's for real.
Pixar.
Now, let's move things over to the old
Oh,
guard.
Perry
Yeah,
got the
old
Pixar
guard
question.
here.
He
Where's the
did.
careers of Alonzo
As long as
Duralde
Perry's decent at it, I think
and
they're
Mark Cody
okay.
Riley? We
Yeah,
hope they
yeah.
don't stray too far from the Schmoedown for too long anyway, dear God, but they are going to have some time to recuperate. So do you see this being a team that maybe we could see in seasons to come?
I hope so. There's
That's
a
bummed.
lot
That's
of
not even a
guys left in
question,
that tank
bro.
for those two. They played so
Come
well
on.
together. Again, it just came
For real.
down to like a syllable.
I think
being
everyone
off
in
or
here
1
knows
year.
the answer
They
to
know
that
their
question.
stuff, man. And
You're here for a
they're both
reason.
legends of the game for a reason. I don't want to see them go away just yet.
Yeah, and as we turn it over to Jilly, Jill, maybe they just started this match too soon because, again, it's not even Halloween.
like how he calls me
so maybe
Jilly.
Mr. Christmas
Cute.
doesn't
When was the last
feel
time you
up
even
to
saw
until after
C2A?
Thanksgiving. I'll let you ask the tough questions.
They're doing their
Now
Schmo
I'm just
beats.
really hungry. And
Yeah,
now I
they're
want
doing the Schmo Date
Thanksgiving,
stuff.
So thank you for
Okay.
that. I appreciate
Oh.
it. Mark, Alonzo. Didn't
Thanks,
go your way
Gordon.
today, unfortunately.
Appreciate it.
What are your thoughts after coming out of today's
Thank you.
Technically, Gordon, we can both win because we're going to be in
I
different
generally
categories.
have a pretty chill attitude about losing.
I think starting next,
Starting this year, I think.
starting this
The
year.
thing I
I'm pretty sure it's
generally
starting
Who
this year.
knows?
How do we not love this?
According to
man?
last year's debacle
I
that
feel bad for
happened.
Riley, frankly. I feel like I've been the sash weight.
Beyond the
this time around, but,
Schmoedown,
like, it's
backstage,
it's
rundown,
been
Janine the
no treat,
Machine's
like,
show.
practicing with him.
Those will all be in a category of
Yeah.
itself, and then
So,
us,
you know,
C2A,
like,
Let's Get Ready,
I will. Yeah, that's my
Galaxy
takeaway.
Geeks,
Yeah,
and Spin from the Real. All those people
I'm
will be in a
upset.
category of
I'll
ourselves
say
at
that.
that
You
as
know
after
why?
shows.
Because I think
So
that,
this
you
is
know,
the last
especially in
year we
tournament
can get
settings,
an award
and,
for
you
that
need time,
specific
with a team
category
to kind of work out
before
some
we
kinks,
get
and I think we just are scratching the
with
surface because I
you
think
know
we could do special
the
things here,
the
and to be kind of
Dimalanta
bounced on the
show,
first
which
round,
or
you know,
backstage
that's
or the
tough.
freaking
And,
rundown. Like,
but I feel the same way,
come
Alonso.
on.
You know, I had a pretty bad
Come on.
first round there. I don't normally do that, and I am gonna that PJ question, the Santa Clara, Santa Carla. Come on now, you couldn't have asked like what is he eating in the Chinese food? It could have been, you know, it's just noodles, Michael.
Narnia,
You
we
know,
feel you,
where's that
man.
question?
It's okay.
This is the video
We
store.
feel you.
Syllables and the correct things there, and you know.
Gordon Riley
Come
beat Liz
on,
Shannon
there's
Miller
better
earlier this
Lost
year.
Boys questions out there.
Hi, Brennan.
I don't know geography, so I'm right there with you guys. I feel ya. But on another note, we really haven't seen a whole lot of your amazingly lovely faces this season.
Yeah.
Do you think that may have had an influence on the outcome of today's match?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
hard.
I'm sorry to jump in here, guys, but this is the thing that drives me crazy. I had another team playing for me for the whole first. They're getting their first match in October. They're getting their first match in October.
Do you think either of them
Terry
play
and
next
Josh
year?
Are like playing beautifully. They
Yes,
also
but I don't
have been
think they're on a
playing together
faction.
the whole
I don't think
season.
they're drafted.
No question. Part of what
Solely
happened
just
today
because
is, like,
they're both
this was
incredibly
a
busy
dress
with what they do.
rehearsal,
I mean,
but it
Alondra
was
is a
the real
very
thing, unfortunately.
high-profile
feel like this-
critic,
I feel like you look at
and
these
Riley's
two
over on the
players
GPA doing a
individually,
lot of
and then
stuff,
you
a
say
lot
we're
of
gonna
good
put them
stuff,
together.
and
First of all, they did amazing today.
they're just going to be able to play when they can. If they want to come in for a match, have a little fun, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, I don't think they'll get drafted.
Yeah.
You guys were
They'll
awesome.
play,
Like,
but
it's not like we don't have each other's rhythms yet. Do you know what I mean?
And maybe they stay as a team. There's a chance they could stay as a team and foil some people as the old guard, just having a little fun. But yeah, I don't think they're on a faction next year.
Because that's the strangeness.
I don't know. I think they both might retire.
I feel
Kate very much, I think, from the get-go was wanting to like get the two of us together, and the draft was in December, January.
I don't know.
What?
7 years ago. It was.
It feels like 7 years ago.
Time means
Yeah.
nothing at this point, but
Time is a construct, really.
Yeah, they did the draft in Santa Carla.
Hashtag time is a
Yeah, it was that
construct. Who's counting what day it is
Kate, you were
anymore?
very passionate about.
I thought today was Friday when I woke up today.
Exactly.
I wish.
Of course, but also Christian's gonna mess up next season. He's gonna scramble.
Jeez,
everything.
Harloff.
So
God.
I'll tell you this. I don't want to see them as a team again if they're not.
Fuck.
I don't want to come up against this team. I'll put it that way. So if these two get taken from me, and they might, I do not want to have to come up against these two. Because I'm
Move
telling
my
you,
head
this
the
is
same
if
way I move my
Old
head.
Guard stays together. Old Guard's gonna be a lot of.
Vapion, you are correct. There's only a handful. There were more last year
You're gonna take years of our
that
lives
didn't play
away.
last year, but they tried to
I
kind
mean,
of balance it out a little bit more this year. But
5
there are still
players next
players.
year, and I think they're sort
that
of
we have
Cybold
not
never
seen.
played.
So,
Kim Taylor Foster never
Kim
played.
Taylor Foster was only in the free for all,
Oh, that's right. She was on the
and
free
she
for all.
was really good. So I'm
She was
surprised
how
she
much I
didn't
love you
play.
two. I never want to see you.
So there weren't very many.
Doesn't she live in England
So this,
though?
unfortunately, is the end.
No,
of
she's
this
here.
season
I think she's from
But
there.
where are your thoughts
Oh.
going forward?
She works
What
for
are your goals?
fandom.
What are your aspirations going on to next season?
But yeah, we're just a
You know,
handful, if that.
Yeah, I never have a grand scheme in mind. At
Yeah.
any moment, I think.
Thank
well, that
you,
was
Mr.
fun.
Yeah, thank you, Con. I was looking forward to seeing her, but I know how
Me
busy she
too.
is. She's really busy over there at fandom.
Then
So
I'm doing this again. So who the heck knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
You're too good not to play, Alonso.
And
I agree,
you were
King.
both
I think
just
she
an
would have
absolute joy to watch. I'll say
done
that
really
as a
freaking
fan,
good.
First and foremost. You were
yeah, we
just
didn't see
so
Haley
much fun to
Fouch,
watch.
and
It
then
was always a joy.
Gerald
Oh, yeah.
got picked up from the
Alonso,
FCL. He never played after his
Mr.
pick.
Oh, that's right. Oh, what a
It's
waste.
always a joy watching.
I'd be so mad if I was
If I
him.
know that I can compete with this gentleman
Because
again,
I would have just stayed in the FCL.
I would do the same.
But also,
because
you guys
we
probably
just
wouldn't play. Yeah, you probably wouldn't play for another manager.
Yeah,
right?
Vapion, they got dropped
No.
at the free
Right,
agent
guys?
before.
That's like one of
They're
the
not even on
stipulations
factions
in your
anymore.
contract.
Yeah, they're
Put it in the fine
Yeah.
print.
They were a waste of space.
Slide that
That's when
20
Roxy
dollar
picked
bill
up
across
Nick
the
Harley
internet,
from the
Kate.
FPLs when they got
Just
Yeah.
slide that 20. I'll take it. Yep. I would
And
love to
Farrell,
play
the
with
plan, I
Alonso
believe, is to
again.
go
I
to
would
somewhere around
love to keep
36
playing.
players.
It's
I've
going to
been-
be 5
I've been doing
players,
this a long time.
I think.
folks.
5 players a
I
faction
find
times 8
myself
is what,
still
30?
wanting to play,
No.
but I do.
30?
This one
No.
hurt. I
How
think,
many factions
I
are
think
there?
I
5
was
times
doing
8 is
something
40.
special, but
40,
so
excuse
40.
me.
I'm a little
40
questionable
competitors.
right now. I
So
wanna see
40
what my,
officially
my
rostered,
future looks
but then
like.
there's the
We'll see.
No Man Land members who are just out there to play
See,
trivia.
well, all my hopes are
So,
for you guys.
you'll see a
I can't
handful of those
wait
people
to
as well.
See you next season. Unfortunately, it didn't go your way today, but I'm always rooting for you guys.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
We can follow on
All right, well, there it
Marie
is.
and PJ, she
Mr.
was
Riley and Mr. Duralde's season is officially over.
Bummer.
Little bit of a bummer, yeah. I mean, I'm happy to see them when we get to see them, but
Did you hear that?
I did.
no.
Someone just literally decided to just lay on the horn and just hold it. Okay. Continue.
But moving on, as kind of expected, we picked our picks up top. Press room, Josh Horowitz, Perry Nemiroff looked really good. Josh going out there, get perfect first round, and Perry picking up the slack a little bit there in round 2 with some questions for Josh. But they just bounce off each other very, very well. Very well, and that's pretty much why they moved on. They got some questions that fit them a little bit better, and Riley and Duraldo just couldn't put the finish line on it. So unfortunately, their season is over. But I'm hopefully we'll see them again. Hopefully, because they're both a treat. Jill, Brian, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, am I kind of surprised? No, because I mean, Perry is very good at filling Horowitz's blind spots, and I don't know what it is about Horowitz in his apartment or wherever he lives, but whenever he's playing digital, the man doesn't miss, or doesn't seem like it. He seems like he's always hitting. So, yeah.
Yeah, and Jill, I mean, you watched it live, so it's a little different from you.
I mean, but still, like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like you see these players that are like legends in the game. Like the Yodi Award is named after him. You know, like he's a legend of the game, and I said in the post interview too, it's unfortunate that we barely got to see him at all this season.
Yeah.
Same with Alonso, which are players that people know and they know their face and they love them, and it's you know, it's sad that we really only got to see them. Like, I think we saw Alonso once this season and Riley like twice, like
something like that.
I think Alonso was in the free for all.
Yeah, but like
But discounting that, not
Free-for-alls
mentioning
like
that.
this.
Yeah.
We saw Riley in the Bateman debacle match, the pay-per-view match, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
And then the Liz Shannon Miller match, and then this one. So we got to see him a little bit, but not a lot.
But not a lot, you know, for someone who's been in this from basically the beginning.
He's the longest running player right now.
Yeah, with no breaks. I don't think he's taken a.
He retired once.
He did. Okay. But so that it's just kind of unfortunate that we really didn't get to see them all that often. But am I surprised by this outcome? No.
Yeah.
I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I don't think a lot of people are really that surprised because I mean, people were saying it even after his match in New York that Horowitz could definitely be a belt holder at some point because he's good. Whether he has, I guess people are going to start calling it the Saul syndrome, where he just can't do live events. I don't know.
Damn, you're cold. I have never heard that. Did you just create that on the spot?
I might have.
Oh,
that's pretty good. Hashtag Saul syndrome.
Cold-hearted.
I'm so,
Good.
please don't tell him I do that. I know a lot of you who watch are y'all like to tell on me when I say things. So if I get a call from Saul,
You're gonna get a dirty text.
It's Saul knows I love him.
Not the good kind.
Saul knows I love him, but and he'll be the first to admit that like he's live events. He's a great player. It's just something about live events. And so was Horowitz's match in New York a sign of that, or was he just dealt questions that he just legit didn't know? Is to be determined, because I think we will see him again in a live event. But yeah, was not really surprised by this outcome, and I'm excited to see Perry and Josh compete again, because I freaking love them as a team. I think they're a lot of fun. I think they have a really good time with it. They obviously know the game. They like the game. They want to compete. But I don't get stressed out watching them play, which I always enjoy. So.
Agreed. All right, real quick before we get out of here, Leo, to your question, Brian and I, if available, are going to try and do one tomorrow afternoon early. It'll be a little bit earlier than our typical time, probably around like 4-ish.
I don't get off till 4, so it'd be like 4:35.
Okay, so maybe 4:30. So we'll let you guys know on Twitter and on the YouTubes if that's able to happen. Sometimes Fridays are just a little busy. It happens, and it's tough to get reactions. But with this one, we definitely want to see if we can do that. Again, also, we mentioned up top for all you who weren't there, happy hour a week from tomorrow. Jill and Molly are being joined by Christy V and Peggy Gubbins. They will be there next Friday, October 21st, and it'll start the second the pay-per-view is over. So we're going to go from watching Frankie Alvarez and Rick Radis, and then Amaru Moses and Mike Kanowski to happy hour with Jill and Molly. So do what you got to do. Grab your popcorn, whatever. You're going to be hanging out all night long. It's going to be a lot of
popcorn.
fun. So bookmark that. Friday evening next week, Jill and Molly will be joined by Peggy Gubbins and Christy V. So we will keep you guys updated tomorrow on what we're able to do for a reaction. And for all of you watching live, as always, thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday, and we'll catch you guys there. Bye, guys.
Bye.